Da 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 da. I'm more extroverted generally, but sometimes I need a vibe by myself. Yeah, yeah. I know ambiverts are fairly popular too. It's like a fairly popular type. But I mean, even if you are an extrovert or an introvert, you're always like, you always got like traits from each side. So even though I am an introvert, as introverted as I am, I do have traits from extrovertedness. I think like people have the wrong mindset about introvertedism and extrovertism, whatever the words are. I feel like some people have the wrong mindset about that. They don't understand that even if you do fall into one category, they think that that's all you'll ever be. Like that's all the traits that you'll ever have. You'll never be having any extroverted traits at all if you're introverted. Or if you're extroverted, you can't possibly have introverted traits. But that's so wrong, because what it is it's basically a scale, right? It's basically a scale. Nobody is ever 100% on one side. You always like fall. It's like this. Hold on, it's better if I, because you know, I'm someone who works better with like imagery. So, you know, just draw like a scale, you know? So this is extrovertism and this is introvertism. And basically it's a scale, right? You'll either fall like somewhere here, you know, a little bit more with introverted traits, or you can fall here with like a bunch of extroverted traits, but you'll still have some introverted traits. It's not like ever gonna be completely like right here or right here. You'll always be somewhere on the scale. So I remember talking to someone and they're like, I think it's wrong. I think like I don't like thinking about being extroverted or introverted because I think it's wrong. Just because people think I'm extroverted doesn't mean I'm extroverted. Like I'm introverted too, and I'm just like, well, you gotta understand, like even if you are one or the other, you could fall somewhere in the middle and still have traits from both sides. Like this isn't even completely the middle. Like maybe they're, yeah, like this is the middle. Maybe they're like leaning a little bit on the extroverted side, but still fairly introverted. Like that's sort of ambivertism. Like right here is like a good ambivert section. But yeah, like it's never one or the other. You'll still have traits from both sides. It's just however much you lean on one side over the other. Yeah. So I hope you guys can understand that. Even though I'm introvert, I think I'm like right here. Okay, maybe like right here. Before, I was right here. Like 4 years ago, I was here. Right now, today, I'm right here. But I'm still on the introverted side. But even if I'm on the introverted side, I still have some extroverted traits. Like being able to talk to you guys on stream, that's like fairly... I wouldn't say that's like very extroverted, but that's like still, you know, the fact that I'm able to do that doesn't make me a complete introvert. Right. I hope it's more understandable now. I'm a limbo of extrovert introvert. Extrovert people think I'm pretty introverted, and introverted people think I'm pretty extroverted. So does that make me normal or a neutral type? I think you're probably I want to pull up my scale again. Okay, 1 second. Maybe the people that you hang out with is like all the way over here for extrovertism, and you're probably, maybe you're just in the middle, you know, of ambivertism, and then the people you hang out with are like super extrovert, so they find you fairly introverted, and then the introverted people you hang out with are probably over here on the scale of introvertism, and they probably think you're very extroverted, but you're just a bit of both. Yeah, that's probably what you are, a bit of both. And that's okay. Like, introverted people and extroverted people, they're always going to be different. There is no one single type of extrovertism. There's no one single type of being introverted either. You're going to find people all over the scale of being introverted, and all over the scale of being extroverted. It's not just one single type. Not one single type being extroverted and one single type of being introverted and one single type of being ambivert, because there's also this whole space where ambiverts can fall under too. Ta-da! Here's my scale. I hope that helps. I'm really bad at explaining things, so I added an imagery to help it. I think it's better if I explain things with imagery, because I don't make sense sometimes when I just talk. I just talk and I have no substance or like nothing to help me explain what I'm trying to, what my mindset is at or where my brain is at. But yeah, it's just a scale. Just think of it as a scale. It's nothing like one or the other. That's the wrong idea that people get. Normally, it's like, oh, you're an introvert. Then how come you're streaming? Oh, yeah, I've had people say this to me. I didn't know you were an introvert because you're a streamer. And I'm like, what? You know, introverts can stream too. Okay, just because I'm introverted doesn't mean I'm like not got a little bit of extrovertism, I suppose. Yeah, not all introverts, if we look back on our scale, not all introverts are over here, you know. Some people are like a little bit on this part of the scale, you know. They'll still have some extroverted traits. Not all extroverts are all the way over here. They could be closer to the middle, where they have more introverted traits than they do other extroverts. The other extroverts do.